Hello and welcome to a Paradise Lost podcasting channel. My name is Christina, and I'll be your storyteller for this campaign. In this episode, the group asks a lot of questions, has a hero's feast, and learns how to door. So please stay tuned for our first D&D campaign, Tippy the Scales, Episode 5. It's about to get amazing.
Tanith is telling you guys are going to have a hero's feast. It's going to give you some fun abilities for the next 24 hours. So you guys will be going into a maze. I will warn you ahead of time, please do not try to attack the maze. Do not try anything. It's going to be a, what is that term? Hedge maze? The walls are going to be plants. Please don't try and burn the plants. Don't try and attack the plants to cut your way through to get to the end quicker. You will all be put through in teams, and you're going to be trying to get through the end. There'll be different doors, different puzzles, different things. There'll be some things to fight in there. A nice little combination of everything based off of the tokens that you all collected.
Oh, God. Okay, so that's... Alright, so that was what I was asking, by the way. I just wanted to point that out. That was the thing that I was asking you. And, you know, cool, we're good. Gotcha.
Remember, you'd ask the guard about it, so Tanith doesn't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm going to yell that to the guard then.
He's just standing with his arms crossed and staring at you very blankly, like he just doesn't give a shit.
Well...
He's just here to do his job.
Fine, alright.
What if our abilities allow us to
teleport?
That would be quite a feat for some of us. No, what if we can ask the maze to let us through? Is that allowed?
I mean, you can try it. I don't think it'll probably let you through, but you can definitely try.
So, what is the problem with attacking this maze? I mean,
it might hit you back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, no, that's I don't want to do that then.
I just like to warn people ahead of time. You're still welcome to try, but some of the maze is a little aggressive.
So you're not saying don't do it because it's against the rules. You're saying don't do it for your safety.
Yes, but we still have had people try and do it at previous years.
Yep, that sounds about right.
People are allowed to
Tattersale.
People are
This
allowed
is my first time here. What are you going on about?
He kind of holds his hands up, like, yes, yes, yes. You'll be going through riddles, puzzles, probably have to fight a couple of things. Use your ingenuity. Use what you have at your disposal. Think outside the box, I believe is the phrase for it, or the
Sounds about right.
metaphor
think outside the tent?
or whatever. Yeah, think outside the tent will work. But basically, you just want to get through the end. You'll know you are at the end when you see a open area and a tree with a stone placard on it.
The rules of this contest, do you just have to make it to the end?
You want to make it to the end. You want to try and make it to the end before the other teams do.
Okay, so it is a race.
It is a race, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
You all will be going through and being placed in different parts, and then you'll all be set loose at the same time. And you're going to try and make it through. There'll be some things that may help you along the way. Keep your mind open. If it gets very dire, which it shouldn't, you all should be fine. Nothing in there is life-threatening. Basically, just call out that you want out.
Is that giving up?
Yes, that is giving up.
Gotcha.
In the off chance that you feel like you must.
So it's like if you're gonna die, then you're gonna. What if we get knocked unconscious and can't do that?
I mean, you'll have 3 other people with you.
So if one person in the team says I want out, that means the whole team is out?
Just that person.
So then how is the person that's unconscious gonna get out then?
Trust me, and you'll be able to get out. We have people in there that are keeping an eye on you.
Okay, gotcha. Alright.
Without spoiling too much.
Okay. Kind of like keeping track of progress and whatnot.
Yes.
Is this like magic cast into something so that people can watch what we're doing? That would be cool though. You should do that.
Interesting to try and facilitate.
I think there's a thing called like syndication that you should do. You know, try and magically
Broadcast.
What's the
Broadcast?
No, what's the magic thing that people scrying? You could do like scrying circles.
It'd be interesting to try and figure out how to do that so other people could view it.
I got dibs on this. If you get money off of this, you owe me.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But yes, you were trying to get out of the maze quicker than the other teams. The first team to get out will be given the highest tier of prizes, and then so on through. The last team to get out will get a small pittance, just for making it this far. So no matter what, you will get something to some degree. But I encourage you all to try and get out first if you can.
are you going to tell us what the prizes are?
Items, gold. It's something we have to work out with you specifically because they will be custom made for you.
Ooh.
Oh,
If you are the one out.
I'm gonna beat y'all.
I'm gonna kind of like stare at everyone else and just be like, what are the rules on attacking other teams?
If you can find the other teams.
Alright.
I assure you the maze is quite large.
Alright. I just want to make sure that everyone here knows that I don't want to attack other people. This should be a good, clean fight.
As I said, you'll be going in with 4 people. It'll be a 4-person team. Hopefully all 4 of you will make it out. If you need to not have all
So,
4 make it out, then...
If only one of us reaches the end before the rest, do we have to complete it as a group?
I encourage you to try to complete as a group. It'll be a lot easier for you.
Fair enough.
If you have to give up, then it's understandable. Everything makes sense.
Are there any competitions after the maze competition?
No, this is the last one.
Cool.
That's why as I said, we'll have people watching, so we'll know who makes it out first. Because you will be brought back here as well, back to this actual tent.
Do I know, as a character, would I know that other planes of existence exist?
Yes. It is not a hidden thing. You may not know what all the planes are, but it is a well-known thing that other planes do exist.
Okay. Is this maze in our plane of existence?
You haven't been there yet, so you don't know. When you get there, if you remind me, you're more than welcome to make a check for that.
Okay. Well, I'm asking
Oh,
the guy
you're
directly.
asking Tanith?
Hey, I was going to ask real quick, if am I allowed to make a history check to see if something like this has happened before?
As in,
Wait, you
like,
did say that.
Like
this
the maze
festival?
thing? Yeah, this festival.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a history check for that. While he's rolling for that, if you're asking Tanith if this is on...
Yeah.
No, this is on a different plane.
Oh! Which plane?
I'll leave that up to the surprise.
Oh. Okay.
It's the airplane.
You laugh, but, I will show you the list of planes.
Oh no,
later.
you're fine.
Christina, I got a 10.
You know this festival has happened before.
Okay.
You don't know much about it because of your past, but
Okay.
we've heard whispers around this festival that it's happened before.
I know that it has happened before, and I can get no more information besides this is definitely not the first of these festivals.
Yes.
Okay.
This is not the first festival that has ever happened.
Yeah.
It's not the first festival ever.
Of this particular festival.
Yeah.
It's not the first one, but that's really all you can glean, and that's mostly from hearing random talks around the festival itself.
Okay.
Get good. So,
Pretty sure I have a better history check than you do.
Listen here, no one asked you.
hey, sometimes the dice aren't with me. It happens, so.
We're fucking 6.
If there aren't any more questions, if you guys think of anything while you're eating, that's fine. Feel free to ask. He kind of looks around and hops off the table, claps his hands. The guard reaches into his bag and pulls out this kind of chalice and goes and hands it to Tanith. So it's this beautiful, like, golden gem-encrusted chalice with, like, rubies and emeralds and diamonds.
Immediately looks at the door.
If you all just hold tight for a second. He holds it up and maneuvers his hands around it. Takes a little bit of time.
Like an hour?
10 minutes.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh, it's a ritual.
No.
What?
It's not a ritual.
I'm very confused then.
It's just that's how long it takes to cast.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It takes a while to cast. But once it's done, he holds his hand over the chalice and lifts it up. The chalice almost dematerializes and turns into flecks of gold. And he pushes it out onto the table, circles the whole table, and like slowly drifts down. Table glows momentarily. Plates just start emerging.
Mashed potatoes!
Filled with, there's some mashed potatoes. There's
Mustaches!
succulent steaming meat. There's a bowl of fruits. There's
I
like
love me some succulent
goblets
steaming meat.
and
Vegetarian.
pits of wine and water. There's some cakes and sweets. Pretty much anything you could think of a nice, exquisite feast is there for you. So he looks at all. If you will partake of the feast, as I said, it will take about an hour.
That's the eating sound for Tattersall.
I will allow
Yes.
you all to eat. I need to go make some quick preparations, but I will be back.
I would like to say
anything super pressing, the guard will still be here for you. And he kind of like turns with a flourish and walks out, and the guard closes the tent behind him.
I would like to say I can't wait to hear her eating on the recording.
Oh, I apologize. He does this twice, and so that it's a whole massive thing, because Hero's Feast only does 12 people, because there's 16 here.
Oh,
So he has to do 2 worth.
what a punk.
So it does take a little while for him to do it, but he offers, people to start kind of digging into the lap to some of it before he sells the rest of it. So you guys basically have a banquet in front of you, and you are free
It's
to
a
eat.
nice banquet.
I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of time to converse with any of the NPCs that are there if you'd like to. While
I'm
Tanith
basically-
makes his preparations for some stuff.
I'm gonna be trying to keep pace eating with Elvinia.
Oh, she is like taking like turkey legs and just gnawing half of them off at a time. She's a dragonborn, so she's got a pretty good sized mouth.
I'm just going to be doing my best. I'm gonna do my best.
She locks eyes with you, realizes what you're doing, and kind of gives you this
Let's
"You're
go."
on look.
Yeah.
And so she just loads her plates up with biscuits and more turkey legs.
I know that I'm not gonna win, but Tattersail's just like, fuck it, this will be fun. I'm gonna regret this later.
Well, I'm
They're
looking at
having
food.
like an eating competition. What would you like to?
The half-orc's name was Romsh?
So there's 2 half-orcs there. You've now met both of them.
Are they,
Grosh-
sitting, are they
Grosh
both
was-
sitting next to me?
The other one is sitting across the table.
Okay, so
Well,
Grosh
you
is
can't
the
really
one-
see him because the tree's in the way.
Right.
It's kind of awkward. But Grosh is the one that's sitting next to you.
Right. So I'm basically just going to talk to Grosh and be like, I guess I'm going to ask him like where he's from and what brought him here.
I mean, I grew up in a temple.
You a monk?
No.
Cleric?
Yeah.
Nice. Do a lot of healing.
When I have to.
Did you come here alone?
Yeah.
Do you come here often?
What's an orc like you
I-
doing in
I,
a tent like this?
I travel, to make a perception check real quick.
As he tries to steal your shit.
Perception.
Mhm.
Where am I at? 15. That was
So,
just so romantic.
you kind of see, like, every so often when he's leaning over and, like, gesturing, kind of moving around, talking to you, you see a medallion peeking in and out on a necklace. And on it are these balanced scales that are resting on top of a warhammer.
I don't know that one off the top of my head.
Do you want to roll a religion check?
Who's going to go badly? 14. Actually, that's not as bad as I was just.
You know it's the god of justice, and his domain is war, but
The Tyr?
the name... Yeah, it's Tyr.
Hell yeah. I remember now. Okay.
Oh, I also forgot to mention that he has this large gash over his right eye, too.
Well, I'm not going to ask him about his scar. That sounds
Yeah.
rude.
This is the guy who's been
Don't
talking.
you judge me.
Oh, I'm judging.
This guy just bro hugged me, alright? So, props to him. I'm already a fan of this guy.
He's also got a great sword over his back, too.
Oh, damn. So,
Since you're talking with him, I figure I'd give you a little bit more description
Fair.
of him.
War Priest?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's kind of my thing. That's why I said I heal when I have to.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm a shieldy boy.
I noticed.
What?
I mean, he points to your shield that's sitting right next to your chair.
What? Dad, give it. Yeah, alright, fair.
Not really my thing, but, this works pretty well. He just kind of, like, pats the hilt of his blade.
What's its name?
Don't have a good name for it yet. Just nothing
Alright.
seems to fit.
It's gotta drink some more blood. I see how it is.
It's Lulufa. Yeah.
Damn it, Whimsicott.
I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. When it suits him.
Its name is
Hopefully.
Kitty Girl.
What?
Its name is Kitty Girl.
Kitty Girl? Yeah, I actually like that.
Easy, Mac.
I'm gonna name my Tyranitar that. Kitty Girl. Anyway,
We're bad people, I'm sorry, Christina.
who's sitting to my left?
Your shield.
I should have really made like a singing chart for you guys.
How dare you?
Just
Just give like a ring. Yeah, never
No,
mind.
that's
Don't worry
fine.
about it.
Sitting next to you is I'm gonna pick up where you just fuck it. Is going to be
Roll a
the
D50.
the gnome with the silver hair.
Hey, yo, Shorty, what up?
He looks up and he's like, "Who are you calling Shorty?"
You. Like, I'm looking at you. Is there confusion here? Like, there's nobody else around that I'm looking at. It's you.
Boy, I could put you over my knee and just.
What, are you saying that because you're old? I'm bigger than you are. What are you going to do about it?
You want to go?
I could go all day. I could go all night. I could go for 2 weeks.
You
Probably
never know
not
because you
longer
got
than
shut down.
Tashill's also not terribly far off from you on this.
I'm
So
just-
you guys can see each other.
I'm just, like, I guess out of the corner of my eye that I'm seeing her just, like, wolfing food down.
Yeah.
Making that horrifying demonic noise. Literally, I'm just imagining the older brothers from Casper just
Yes!
ingesting food and it's just like siphoning straight through their bodies.
He mutters something in a language that I don't think you know.
Is it Gnomish? Yeah.
And he's just like, humans. And just starts eating again.
You might be taller than him, but he's closer to your balls that way, and I bet he's feeling a bit stabby there.
Is that a euphemism for a blowjob?
Nope.
I think it's a euphemism for a blowjob.
Well, you'd never know, because I bet you never had one. Probably given quite a few, though.
You know, I feel like...
Tattersail, Rowan, calm down.
I feel
also,
like...
Tattersail, you can't stab someone with a mace. You can thrust with it.
Oh, that would
but
just crush the scrotum, wouldn't it?
Hey, Tattersail, don't talk with your mouth full.
I could do what I want.
Maybe...
I'm just chewing on like berries and like strawberries.
Is there anybody you want to talk to?
You guys are making Dad angry, and I'm gonna need you to just take a chill.
You got Kalina next to you.
The
Kalina,
bard.
the bard.
Yeah.
Tylee bard.
Tylee?
You know, from Avatar: Last Airbender. Tylee.
She's not a bard.
Yeah, no, but this bard is like Tylee. Very agile
You've got,
and
bending.
energetic and bending.
You're actually
Got it.
sitting fairly close to Rowan, so you've actually got a Crush on one side, and then,
Rowan's on the other.
well, no, and then Kalina's on the other side.
Oh no, I meant Rowan's on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
it's
side of
Rowan.
Grosh.
It goes you, it goes Kalina, you, Grosh, Rowan, Gnome, Tattersail. Person Tattersail's been flirting with because I can't remember her name.
Savannah.
Ilvenia.
That one.
Savania.
But then Olivia's actually like one more down from Tattersail
I
than
like-
that.
How dare you lie to me?
I'm not necessarily flirting. I'm just trying to, like, become best friend with this person.
Did we just become best friends?
Because we're going
Yup.
to. You're gonna be my best friend.
So Piper, did you want to talk to anybody?
I'm just
That's horrifying.
I'm just eating and storing up my energy and like just kind of listening in and chiming in when I need to.
You know,
To
taking
keep-
care of the children.
To keep people
you're right.
The
calm
children.
down and not
Swearing.
For once, I'm not playing group mom, and I am forever grateful.
The half elf Rin is sitting there, and he's eating kind of fast and like not really caring about decorum.
Oh my god.
And his sister with the bun is just like putting her hand on her head, and she's like, Rin, will you please have some decorum?
Can I see this sister?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make kissy faces at her.
She's not really paying attention to you. Neither is the other one. The other one is still flipping through her book and like taking occasional bites and sips.
Hey,
She's completely
hey, yo.
distracted.
Hey, yo. You wanna be my mommy?
Just, the top bug girl looks over at you. It's just like, you couldn't handle me, boy.
That's the point.
Oh!
But she just kind of like looks at Ren and just like kind of gives him that little slap on the back. It's like, come on. I get there's not many people in here. Come on. He just looks at her, holds his hand, and is like, Fee, will you just chill for a moment, please? And he turns to you. And it's just like, sisters. I want to move my seat. Anybody want to move my seat? Like, anybody want to sit
I
over
volunteer.
here? But I still want to sit next to this one. I like this
You need your
How about
seat
we trade?
moved.
I'll sit.
Wait, did he
I'll
say?
sit in your seat. You can sit in mine.
one. Sounds
I'm
good.
gonna stand up and I'm gonna get behind him and I'm gonna grab his seat and start moving it. He said, "Anyone want to move my seat?"
And he's holding on to. He's like, not what I meant, not what I meant, not what I meant. He like leaps up like super gracefully and just does a very nice landing on the ground. It's like,
Oh, I like you. I wanna break
appreciate
you.
it.
I set
my.
the seat down and I go, "All right, if you can be that graceful with your legs, can you please try to be that graceful with your mouth? It's kind of disgusting to look at."
That was a disgusting sentence.
He just looks at you. He's like, thank you.
Oh, great. We just
So I'm
both
gonna
got
switch
poked
seats with him.
on.
I'm gonna let him sit in my seat, and I'm gonna sit in his seat. So I'll be next to his sisters, and he'll be next to whoever.
Well,
was
maybe
on my
the
other
beer
side.
bowl can handle her.
If you just listen, he's like, no, don't
He's a bit of
pander
a
to him. He always
I
gets his
can
way. 'Cause He's a mama's boy.
Tattersail,
He's like,
I can handle
am not a
anyone.
mama's boy.
Oh man, I just put myself in
Is
between two
that
siblings.
so, big boy?
I am not a mama's boy. She just likes me better than you two. That's not my fault.
Oh no. Oh no.
I just put myself in
The
the middle
sister
of
who's
this.
like looking through the book is just like, yeah, because you always put yourself in a situation where she can like you best and let the rest of us out. He's like, he holds his fingers up and goes to say something, and I got nothing for that.
What
So
a
maybe
brat.
you should get something for that.
Is he clearly the younger one?
you.
Is
I
he
have
clearly the
healing
younger brother?
potions if that burn was
It's
too bad.
hard to
Oh,
tell.
Dad got dad jokes.
Do I
Because they're
smell?
half
Do I
elves.
smell
Well,
silk?
with me
all
having
are.
half elves in my family, would I be able to notice a little bit better?
Oh my god.
He definitely looks younger than Feed, the one with her hair up in a bun.
So he's
you
the middle
can't-
baby.
You can't tell between the one reading the book and him.
I mean, he's acting like a middle child.
Or the twin of the other one. You never
They
know.
don't look like identical twins, but they probably look like they're about the same age, if nothing else.
Terms. Oh,
Or-
yeah.
Paternal? Or is that identical?
It's just fraternity.
It's fraternal or
Those would be the two. So they're just kind of just bickering and having that sibling, like, clearly Fee looks like the oldest one and is just picking on her brother, and the other one's just making snide comments as she's reading and eating. Not entirely invested, but just chiming in just to, like, take those pot shots.
Rowan is suddenly very, very averse to this whole situation. Is like, oh no.
I gotta
oh no.
see how old I am for a second.
I think you're, like, 200 and something, aren't you?
So elves
You
can
have
live. Elves can live to be 750. I am 244.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You're just a baby.
She's
I'm
like,
like middle aged.
You're like a 24-year-old.
A little less than middle aged.
You're basically
she'd
a
be like
24-year-old.
maybe she probably looks like she's 24, but she's comparatively like in her 30s technically, give or take. So she definitely looks like
Don't
she's in
you
her
sass
20s.
me.
Elves age really well, man.
I aged super well.
Yeah, you're an elf.
That's why it's
Eternal
kind of
people.
hard, even with half elves, to kind of like pick the ages out of them. But you can definitely tell.
But like comparing them to my cousins, one being a full elf and one being a half elf.
How old was your
Merith was 80.
roll perception check?
Darrow is 250. So he's older than me.
He's about your age, yeah.
Because I'm 244. He's 250. Well then, 8.
They might be younger than your cousin.
It's just
they're
one of those like,
definitely elves.
I just want like a generalization that they're not like young wee babs.
They are not young wee bobs, but you're not sure on like
That's fine.
age-wise what they would be.
That's fine.
If that makes sense.
That's fine.
Alright, so you
So I'll
guys
just
are...
have like gossip here and there conversation with
Yeah,
him.
Ren is actually trying to hold a conversation with you, but he keeps just getting the, like, sisterly jabs anytime he makes a comment that they can actually, like, slap him down.
And I'll actively like converse with him, and I'm gonna eat, but not like him. I'm gonna eat like I'm at someone else's house as a guest.
like an elf.
I'm gonna eat like an elf, but still have a conversation with him.
Is there anybody else that he wants to talk to or kind of do or anything like that?
I'm just gonna, I guess, bullshit with Grush. Grush. Oh,
Technically Grash, actually.
Rash. I was gonna ask more information about his church, but he seems to be not overly invested in talking about it, so I'm just gonna leave it.
You get the idea that he will talk to you to an extent, but he's very just kind of like at the same time about a lot of stuff.
Fair.
He's very mid-kilter about a lot of things.
Mid-kilter? That's a good phrase.
I like that.
It's very like, here's what you need to know.
I'm not going to give you more information.
Yeah, it's like, here's what you need to know about whatever you're asking me, but I'm not going to embellish or, like, elaborate.
He's very straightforward.
Yes.
What might say?
Stoic.
Stoic.
Stoic's not a bad word
Quit
for it.
being so stoic. Stoic.
All of you, I mean, I know these 3 are adventurers. The rest of you do that as well?
I don't know. Kalina looks at you and she's like, sure. I mostly just play for the coin,
Pirates.
but I figure I'd give this a try.
I have a question for you all. Has anyone seen a human man around in your travels? Blonde hair. I basically give the description that I got given by Jepson.
They're all
Are
kind
you
of
describing Dio?
they're all kind of looking at each other.
God damn it!
They're all kind of looking at each other, give you a look. That's a very generic, like, they all give you that like, that's a super
You
generic.
said he had black veins, though.
His arms, like his arms that he had, like how you can do your arms with your monk thing, had the black veins to it.
What instrument did he play when we were a band?
Played, shoot, I forgot what it was.
The trombone.
No.
The bassoon.
He played a trumpet. Were we in a fantasy ska band?
Yes. Something that Dio would totally do.
He actually sang.
Oh god, so what would it be? It would be like
He actually sang.
Yeah, I give them that he's also
less
good
than jesters.
I tell him he's a really good singer.
They give you kind of just these confused or it's a mixture of confused, uninterested, literally not paying attention to your existence, and kind of like, that sounds like a lot of random humans.
He could also do the thing that I did in the fighting pit.
Elvenia looks at you, and it's just like, that thing where you had your arms, like,
Yeah.
with the whole... She's like trying to describe it, but not
Yeah.
really
As
doing
she's
a
doing
good
this,
job.
I'm taking this opportunity to try and gain a lead on the eating.
Yes, that thing.
She doesn't seem to notice.
That's fine.
You're the first person I've seen that can do that.
Alright, well, if you come across one, just...
Well, if you hadn't have scared that one chick off, you probably could have asked her.
Oh, well, she's the one who gave me all that information.
Then maybe that's the one you need to go hunt down?
No,
Find her?
I've already caused her enough emotional trauma
Good job, Piper. You understand that no means no.
for the next couple of weeks.
Just a couple of weeks. After that, then I can
Yeah,
cause more
I
trauma.
can't say that sounds familiar at all to me.
Well, I figured that I'd ask.
Never hurts to ask, at least.
Sometimes it does.
So if you guys are done now with conversing with the NPCs, also Elvenia notices after she's done talking to them, and she just stares, puts her fist on the table, and just grabs like a whole turkey and sets it in front of her. You're on. And just like takes her claws and starts digging into it.
I follow suit with like a small Cornish hen.
I imagine
And
you're
just,
just like taking your dagger and just like.
This is no way to be eating your food as I'm on my 10th plate of berries.
It's that scene from Shrek 2 where the family's just like
Oh my
aggressively
God.
ripping things apart and eating.
So you guys sit and converse and interrogate and listen to bickering for the next hour.
Take things way too literally.
Yes. Here are the boons that you get from the Hero's Feast. So these are things to keep in mind.
Oh, question before you get into that.
Yes.
I assume that, at least for me and Ryan, that our HP has not regenerated or anything.
You guys went to a healer's tent. This
Oh,
is
yeah.
also counting as a short rest for you guys. So if you have any abilities that replenish at a short rest, you can go ahead and
All
do
the
those now.
superiority guy.
Key points replenished.
Yes, at a
Yes.
short rest.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did we get our... No, we don't get an inspiration
So
every
what
session.
I'm doing for inspiration is you guys are going to get inspiration every session. You can have a maximum of 2.
Okay.
That's kind of what I decided on as a fair way to do it. That way you guys aren't just racking up like 10 inspiration points.
For the final battle.
Yeah. If you haven't used one yet, then you're probably going to want to use one sometime before the end of the session. Alright, so when you guys are ready, I'll tell you what you get from Hero's Feast. So
These
once
are not for you to
once
play
the
with as well.
hour is over, these benefits last for the next 24 hours. You guys are cured of all diseases and poisons.
Hooray!
Oh, thank God.
You become
Your STDs!
immune to poison and being frightened.
Ooh, nice. That's actually really useful.
You have advantage on wisdom saves. So your max HP is going to increase by 12 for the next
Oh,
24
shit.
hours. I rolled a 5 and a 7 for you guys on 2d10s.
Fuck yeah. I have it written down.
So you also, so it increases and you gain that too. So
Okay.
it's like if you were at 50 and you got the 12, you would be at 62 right now. Now if you lose those 12 and you get healed, you can get healed back up to that 62 for the next 24 hours. So that's your new HP for temporarily.
Alright, I'm at 47 HP.
I'm at 51 bucks.
43.
Okay, there it is.
Okay.
I'm squishy. I'm at
43.
That rogue life.
Oh, what was that? That roguelike? What?
Oh, she's a full rogue, man.
I am also not a full rogue.
You're like the Bud Light of rogues.
Hey, I at least taste good.
So Miller Light.
Plot twist. Beer's gross.
Make
Fair.
Ultra.
Are there any questions about what you guys get from Hero's Feast? Are we good to go?
Good to go.
Alright. Keep that in mind. I do have it written down in case we need to reference it, but...
Hey, I already forgot what was. I'm just kidding.
You
I
suck.
wrote it down
Rocks
in
fall,
case.
Ryan dies. Big new character.
Damn it. Oh, I got a sass now.
Me?
That's not gonna work.
Alright, so... you guys take an hour, you eat, everything is
You're half
copacetic.
giant Leslie Nielsen. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Tanith, you hear this weird, like, tap against the tent, and Tanith comes back in. Alright, everyone. He's holding a hat in his hand. It looks almost like a top hat. Kind of weird. Doesn't really go with his attire, because he's wearing, like, those whites and greens.
He's about to choose.
Is it like, wait, when you say it's like a top hat, is it like a Danny DeVito top hat from like the early
When he was the
90s,
penguin?
Or, yeah, when he was the penguin, or is it like the top hat like from JoJo?
It looks like a top hat, like a normal top hat.
I want to know these things.
It
Like
looks
a regular magician's top hat.
Yes.
Oh,
It's like a
okay.
normal
So
top
it's not
hat.
like the chimney top hat. Okay.
Yeah,
It's not Doug Dimmadone's hat.
We're not. He is not having Doug Dimmadone's hat.
Owner of Dimsdale Dimmadome.
So he goes up to you all, stands up on the table, because after an hour, the food disperses into gold flecks and just drifts away.
I thought you were about to say it dispersed into gold, and then I was waiting for these two to start diving on
Like, I was like, that's gonna be
Literally,
dangerous.
after the hour,
I look so
it disappears. It is gone. Everything is gone.
I
So
was
he
just
gets up
trying to
on
get
the
a picture of your
table
ears.
and is walking around doing his spiel again. All right, everyone. So I've got everyone's name in here. He goes ahead and starts drawing names out. So the first four are Drum Stormbreaker, Elvenia, well, no last name, Zilver Fukov, and Kalina Mestar.
Damn it.
Kalina the Bard.
So the four of them get up. He's like, if you would
Who was
please,
the third one?
Zilver Fukov. I can give you how to spell names.
Who gets up when that name gets called?
That person?
That's the gnome.
Okay, there wasn't a name given for him, so
No, you're fine.
I know.
Drum Stormbreaker is one of the half orcs. He's the one that has the bear tattoo
I
on his
honestly
right
kind
arm.
of figured. That's a very orc name.
And then you know Elvenia, and then Zilver Fukov is the gnome, and then you know Kalina.
Is his name Silver because he's got silver hair?
So fun story, some of these names and what they are, I actually outsourced and asked a couple people to give me some NPCs for you guys.
Oh, okay.
If you spoke gnome, I could tell you what Fukov actually means.
Is it gnomish for fucker?
Nope.
Is it
Silver
gnomish
fucker.
for gnome fucker?
Nope,
Oh, bummer.
not even close.
Oh, no, it's
Gnomish
his old
for
piece of
mind
shit.
your own
So
business.
he points to the four that got up.
Get wrecked.
He points to the four that got up, points them over to kind of an
My arm's
area.
doing
They
some
all
weird
get
thing,
up and walk over there and kind of stand together. Elvenia kind of looks uncomfortable with her group, except for Kalina. She's just kind of a little standoffish with them. He pulls the next names out of the hats. Rin stands up. Theandri, is that how you pronounce it?
Fee.
And
His sister.
she puts her hand up and said, yes, Theandri. And she gets up.
Is that the book?
No,
No,
that's
that's
the one
the
with
bun.
the bun.
The bun.
Mag-
type one.
The
yeah.
bunny girl.
Magli.
What's our hot sauce I use?
So the sister with the book closes it and gets up. And I can't read this.
I'm just gonna have my fingers
He
crossed.
looks really closely at it.
Goblin King.
He's having a hard time reading. He's like, what language is this? And the
This-
human stands up. Is like, that's probably mine. I can't. Right.
Illiterate! Let's all point left, the illiterate kid!
Rude.
Rowan.
What?
That is very rude.
but
I want you to apologize to the man who cannot write.
My name is Quinn. He gets up and joins them, and Tanith points them.
I like him already.
And you visibly see when
He's like
he
an
when he says I can't really write. You see Magli just eyes get big and she just turns like she's almost like what the fuck look on her face.
The elf who reads.
Yeah.
There.
half elf.
Elf is in the name. Fuck
Next
you.
group:
Half elf.
Grash Pallas, Hugh
like-
Faust,
Rowan is very eagerly like, coming in.
Gregory Foss, and Liliana Essex.
Damn it!
You see the cleric that was standing next to you get up. You see the human who's been pretty much sleeping, like look like he's just tired as fuck all the time, who was barely eating.
He's not
Get
dead.
Actually, a dreamcaster.
You see the halfling get up, and then you
First
see
name is
the dwarf get up, and they all go to another area.
Sega.
Well, I only have 4 names left.
I
just
Since
grumpily-
you're
I'm gonna wish Rush good luck on his.
he clamps your shoulders like, same to you.
Thanks, man.
Bye, Elvenia. Drinks later.
Well, since I only have you 4 left, congratulations, you're a group.
Tattersail just looks at Rowan and just goes, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh,
feelings.
so he
Kenneth, it's so nice to have you on our group.
He pulls the names out just so he can like formally announce them. So Rowan Smithson, Piper, no last name. Tattersail Hamhands. He kind of like looks at it awkwardly. All right, sounds good to me. He doesn't seem fazed by it.
They said they needed the last name, so I made one.
And Raylan,
Common
did you
one.
give your last name?
Yeah, Lida.
Lydon. All right,
Your
so
last name is Lie Down?
Lyodon.
That's very...
Lyodon.
Lie down, gotcha. I heard you the first time.
Alright.
Look, if you want someone to bark at you like a dog, then we can. Lay down, little boy.
That's her last name.
You're the one who keeps repeating.
So,
Yeah.
you are our 4 groups. Congratulations. These are the ones that you're going through the maze with. I wish you all luck. I hope you have at least a healer amongst you, just in case.
Grash, I miss you already.
He's talking to a couple people, but he looks over and just kind of gives you a nod and goes back to his conversing.
This
Question: can any of us heal? Because I'm very good at the
Opposite?
opposite of healing.
I'm gonna raise my hand.
Good. Oh, thank goodness the other sane person in this group.
Just to give you guys an out-of-character reminder, you all do have a lesser healer.
I have more than that.
But you were given one.
Everybody was
I
given
know,
one lesser
I know.
healer's potion.
Thank goodness the other sane person.
Well, to be fair, both of you and I decided to go off the deep end with
To
our
be
role
fair,
playing.
in
Yeah,
this
right.
campaign, you two are the chaotic one. We are not.
I'm not chaotic. Excuse you.
Alright.
You might as well
so,
be.
Whatever.
I will go ahead and be opening the portal for you all to go into. Now, you all are going to be going at different times, but you'll reach your starting area and everybody will start at the same time. There'll be no advantage.
I want to try and get him to give me a hint about what plane we're going.
Alright, how do you want to try and do that?
Hey, so I know you told us that we're going to a different plane, but
Yes.
could you give us a hint about where we're going? Is there maybe it doesn't have to be direct,
He's just waiting for you to finish.
Yeah, I'm good. That's all I got.
Why would you want to ruin the surprise?
It's not ruining the surprise. It's a hint, it's more part of the game, right? You're adding to the game.
Yes, but I'm adding to the game if you don't know what it is.
Right, but
Would
But
it be
if you-
a leap in logic? Because they said it's like a hedge maze, don't attack the plants, that it is at least an earth-aligned or a plant-aligned
it's
one?
the Feywild. I just realized it. It's the Feywild. My character doesn't realize that, but
there are definitely going to be some plants there. I will tell you that much out of
It's the
character.
fucking...
So he looks like he's not going to tell you what it is, but he's kind of amused that you keep trying to goad him to do it.
Based off of this information, can I make an Arcana check to see if I can figure it out
When you get there, yes.
when I get there?
Yeah, you don't. He hasn't given you enough information to try and guess what it is.
We
I mean, he
when
said
you-
that the plants attack back.
It's
Yeah,
still not quite enough. You have to roll
Okay,
supremely high to
Okay,
just
so
figure based off
I'm
of that.
kind of super new to how D&D works. Is that a common thing in just regular ass normal D&D that plants
So
will
you
attack back? Okay.
you're on the material plane. There are plants that can attack you.
Okay, well
yeah.
then never mind. I assume that the fact that plants could attack me is oh no, you're going here.
Yeah, no, it's
Instead
the plane.
of
The
snack
plane.
that smiles
The plane
back,
you're on.
the
Things
plant
can attack.
that smacks
Almost
you
anything
back.
can attack you. So,
Okay.
if you all kind of gather,
Fish.
stay with your teams in front of here. Give me one moment. He turns around. He pulls a little bit of powder out of his hands, and he dabs his fingers in there and traces an oval into onto the tree with this luminescent powder. And then he takes what's left in his hand and blows it onto the oval. It shimmers onto it, and it doesn't look like it's doing anything at a moment. And then little pinpricks of it to start to light up, and they start to expand to create this glistening doorway. You can't see anything into it, but it shimmers in a gold color. Who's first? You see Ren just be I am, bolts up, and jumps off the table and jumps through the hole. Fee just puts her hands on her face, and she's I guess we're going first. Gets up and walks. Maggie walks behind her.
I call out as she walks through. Actually, no, never mind. I forgot. I didn't want any part of that family stuff.
So that team goes through. It's alright, give me a moment. He twists and twirls his hands and just kind of magical gesture. I would say arcane, but it's just kind of a magical nature. The color shifts over to silver. Alright, who's next?
I walk through.
Okay.
I just trudge on through, without saying anything.
I'm gonna follow him.
Alright.
I guess I'm also following.
Tattersail just
Reluctantly goes
shoulders her crossbow and walks off.
Her shotgun.
Yeah. Her shot bow.
Her shot bow. Yeah.
Her crossgun.
Her crossgun.
You all
Wait,
go
this is a
through
dragon.
the shimmery silver portal. Everything is very bright blindingly bright for a little bit. As you are as you guys are walking walking through, you eventually it feels like you're almost wading through water. It's bright and when you're floating underwater, it's not like
With 2 C's.
The atmosphere's thicker.
Yeah. And slowly
There's
things start to come into
sustenance.
focus. You're in a little area, kind of like a semicircle with hedge around it. So it's plants. It's very much a
A hedge maze.
yeah, hedge maze.
Are we in the Tri-Wizard tournament?
It
Certainly.
looks a lot like that.
They also had a giant gem-encrusted chalice at the beginning. That's where my brain went.
So, out of character note, that chalice is consumed when you do the spell. That is the ingredient to cast that spell.
Got it.
It is a 1,000 gold gem-encrusted chalice.
1,000 gold?
Yes.
Holy shit!
Hero's Feast is not cheap, otherwise people would cast it all the time.
Duh.
You're not wrong. Because it's good.
So, as I said, you're in a semicircle with the hedges. There's a couple little flowers that kind of are budding on the walls. And in front of you are 2 doors.
How bad would it be if I ate the flowers?
You're attacking the maze. Don't do it.
Bad.
Do you want to eat a flower?
No. He's right, that would be attacking the maze.
So one door, the left one, has this deep red kind of cherry wood with it, an ornate gold knocker on it,
Not a titty.
with filigree work around it and around the edges of the door. To the right, it's kind of this mismatched patchwork put together look of wood.
That's the right door.
That's the right one, yeah.
Question.
And give me 1 second.
Yeah,
It's got a
after this.
dull, almost tarnished brass knocker on it. Yes.
This is more so like a question for the group. Have we actually, I know we've introduced ourselves, so we know what we look like and stuff, but have our characters actually, introduced ourselves to each other?
Not really, no.
Actually, other than, Tattersail and I?
Tattersail introduces herself to everyone.
Me
you
and
have-
Rowan introduced ourselves.
So
to each other.
we haven't
Yeah,
really
we
introduced
played
ourselves
together.
to you guys.
Yeah, you guys kind of gender segregated a little bit unintentionally, I think. But the girls kind of know what each other is somewhat about. The guys kind of know what each other is
Well,
somewhat
we
about.
also haven't really had time, there wasn't really a situation where I needed to get to know Rowan or Piper. So I guess that makes sense.
I know everything I need to know about Rowan already.
So you assume?
So that's what you see in front
I
of you.
mean,
Are
if
those
you
2
want to get to know
doors.
me better, we can grab a room.
Okay.
So, what would you guys like to do?
Well, my first thing I'm
Sure
going to
how
do is
that
I'm going to walk
reaction-
up to
that
Piper
interaction
and
would go.
introduce myself formally to Piper and just say, I'm Raylan, by the way.
I know. They told us during the team assignments.
I'm Team at Piper.
Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm going to look at Rowan and be like, nice to
Whoa.
meet you.
You also
Is it though?
said
No
that
one
you
ever
were
says
good
that.
at healing,
You're right.
or you can heal.
Yes, I can.
Are you good at it?
I'd like to think I am.
Alright, well then, let's get going. Rowan is very eager to get started.
Don't we have to wait for the go signal?
I thought you said ghost signal, and I was like, piss off, ghost!
I thought you said goat signal. I was like, there's a screaming
You
goat.
guys hear this tiny little laugh. You guys can go ahead and start now.
That was
All right,
horrifying,
hey,
thank
so,
you!
Now that I'm here, can I make that Arcana check?
Yes, you can go ahead and take it.
Rowan, that was horrifying. Thank you.
Fuck yeah, that 20!
Ow, my earballs!
What?
So,
So that's a total of 24.
so
It's the Feywild.
because you are so in tune with the arcane and have done a lot of research and studying based on your background, you have only read about this place. You have never been here, but because of your race as well, being a Fairbold, this is very much so the Feywild.
Oh, what? It's almost like I called it.
And what you know about the Feywild is
Ooh.
wacky stuff can happen here. There's sometimes wild magic around. There's lots of different creatures with Fey alignment, some good, some bad. A lot of Fey creatures are tricksters and not always malicious. Some can be. It just depends on their nature
But
and
they
how
do
you treat them.
Pranks.
But yes, tricks and pranks are a big part of what they like to do. They do like to mess with people of all kinds, typically not maliciously.
I'm assuming,
I'm
Yeah.
giving this information out to
Okay.
you guys.
so what is common knowledge about Fae so that way I don't metagame it too much?
So for this, like I said, I'm going kind of off of canon D&D, but with like my own twist to it.
Okay.
So common knowledges are that depending on the Fae, you can usually talk to them and they won't be mean to you, but if you
Piss them off.
they can be a little more malicious with their tricks.
Okay.
But
so,
for the most part, they're just tricksters, and it's not going to be terribly harmful to you. They might like try to trick you, or like tie your shoelaces together, or do stuff like that. A lot of them do have different types of magics. A big one being invisibility.
Okay. And this is all common knowledge?
Yeah, this is stuff I can give you guys for common knowledge.
Okay. All right.
Or that I can...
I want to make a knowledge nature check.
All right, what are you specifically trying to
I'm
find?
trying to determine what my character specifically knows about the Fae.
It's gonna be it's weird because this can fall under a couple different categories. Do just a general intelligence check.
Oh, I actually rolled well. I got an 18.
Okay, what would you like to know?
I just want to know, do I know differentiations on species? Would I know, differentiations on species? Would I know which ones are harmful, which ones are...
So, you don't know, specifics,
Mhm.
but you know things like hags are generally ones to be wary of,
Okay.
and they're pretty distinguishable. They look hag-like.
Like your mom.
Haggard, if you will. Oh!
Like,
I'm a fucking
pixies and fairy dragons are usually more pranksters, and they're tiny,
Okay.
Usually. There's, satyrs, which are usually pretty well-natured.
Satyrs are Fae.
Spriggans?
Spriggans do exist, yes. Their natures vary.
Basically, if you leave
I'm not
the
allowed
trees
to be
alone,
queen
they'll
of the
leave you
Spriggans
alone.
in 2 games.
Oh, if you want to know specifically about the trees around here, do you want to know about the maze tree?
I would trust him. I would trust Piper to know that better. I just was trying to figure out do I know general do's and don'ts in regards to Fae, other than
be
what is
polite,
common
try not to
knowledge.
piss them off.
Okay,
They may try to trick you, but if you can kind of prank them back in a
friendly manner.
they can usually appreciate it. They might be a little frustrated with it, but they usually be like, aha, I see
Like
you're a
mutual...
match.
Game respects game.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
basically.
Gotcha.
But if you are malicious in tricking them, they will act in kind to you. Because
Alright.
there's a certain degree
Confuse,
of...
don't abuse.
Yeah, there's a certain degree of, okay, this was fun, props, versus, you just burned my house to the ground and stepped on all my mushrooms. Fuck you.
Fair enough.
My mushrooms.
Oh, mushroom. It's a
Anybody else want
magic,
to
magic.
try
Whatever.
any things?
I'm gonna go off of whatever knowledge I am told by these guys.
Yeah, I told them
And,
all that I knew, basically, because that increases our chances of success.
Mhm.
And that's what Rowan cares about right now.
So, we have 2 doors. Which one...
That's what Ryan cares about.
Which doors do we want to go?
So you got the left door and the right door.
What were the colors?
So the left door, I don't have to give that huge description again. The left door is kind of a deep red wood. It's got a gold knocker with filigree all over it.
Okay.
The right one is very mismatched in its woodwork, and it's got a dull tarnished brass knocker on it.
I think we should go through the dull tarnished brass knocker with the mismatched colors.
I'm alright with this.
Why do... Maybe someone who's good at checking these things should check it.
I'm not that kind of rogue.
What?
Well, what kind of rogue are you then?
Not that kind.
You can, if you want to check for traps.
Actually, no, I've got pretty good investigation.
Yeah, that's what it would be. If you want to check for traps. Alright, which door are you checking?
Let's check the brass knocker.
Okay, so the right one? I just specifically need to know which ones you're interacting with.
18.
There is a trap on it, but you can't find a way to dismantle it. But there's definitely a trap on it.
Well, it sounds
Hey, this one's trapped. I'm gonna go look at the other one.
Plot twist, they're both trapped.
12. This one also looks like it's trapped in a very similar manner to the other one, and you're not sure if you can dismantle this one or not, but it does look very similar to the other one.
So they're both trapped, and I'm not sure that I can really, I'm not sure I can dismantle either of these, to be perfectly honest.
What's the matter? Don't got the skills?
Actually, yeah, that's exactly what the problem is. I'm a sailor, not a thief.
Sounds like you're a thief to me.
Sorry that your education failed you so badly that you don't understand the difference, but okay.
Hey, I lived on the streets.
Well, that's exactly what I was referring to.
Alright, well, yeah, you're right.
So what would you guys like to do?
I'm just gonna, hey, can you try to disarm the trap?
What would I use to do that?
Thieves'
That would
tools.
be Thieves' tools.
Okay. So what would I roll?
It would be
Dexterity.
Dex plus your proficiency modifier. Plus a d20.
Proficiency modifier.
Should
Sorry.
be plus 2
It
at your
should
level.
plus 2 for your level.
Okay. Plus my dex. 18.
Damn!
Which one are you trying to do this to?
The brass one.
Brass one?
No, not the
The multicolored or the
the multicolored.
That is that one. Yeah, that's the right one.
multicolored
Oh,
door
yes. Okay,
with
sorry.
brass.
Right.
So as you're sitting there trying to like mess with it with your thieves' tools, ugh, what are you doing?
Oh, you talk! Hello! I need stutter cell hands!
What are you doing with my wood?
whatever you want me to, big boy.
Can I help you?
Yes. We would like to go through, but I believe that you are you gonna hurt us if we open you?
You don't do it the right way.
Okay,
Right.
what's the right way to do it?
That's your thing to figure out.
Is that one of the puzzles?
Am I supposed to look, I don't know how you want me to touch you, so you're gonna have to let me know. Cause consent's a thing, you're sentient apparently, and I'm not gonna just go rubbing up all on you.
Hey, would you please open for us?
Maybe. That's all he says.
I go up to the door
Would you kindly
and
open
I
for us?
take the knocker and I use the brass knocker.
Okay, the right one?
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Wrong. Brendan, take 4 fire damage.
Oh.
As the little knocker nozzle opens up and just this little fireball just right to you right in the chest.
Ah!
I want to try something.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up to the knocker, and I'm also gonna
The brass one?
You're knocking on
Yeah.
the knocker?
Yeah.
Knock knock.
come in.
Wrong. The
I'm
little
going
thing
to-
opens up and Brit, you take 2 fire damage.
I'm going to investigate the area around the door and see if there are any words or writing or things like that.
There are not anything. Obviously, if you want to look further, you can roll investigation.
I got a 4.
You do not see anything. You basically see the door. It looks like there's no hinges on it.
I'm also
There's
going
just
to
the knocker
investigate.
and the door, and then, the leafy bits all around.
I'm gonna do the
wall.
same. I'm also going to investigate.
Around the right door.
Yes. 19.
You notice the same thing he does, but you notice that it looks like, because you were looking for traps on it earlier, you notice that the little knocker on it definitely has an arcane room where it opened up, but since you're not, are you trained in Arcana?
Not at all.
You don't know what it means,
Hey,
but
does anyone here know how to do I understand that it would be spellcasting?
it just looks arcane to you.
Does anyone understand arcane anything?
Yes, I do.
I pointed out to Piper and I'm like, take a look at this. Tell me what this means.
Organic check.
Yeah, if you want to.
That's going to be an 18.
So it's the rune for fire.
Alright.
Oh,
Fair enough.
weary.
For a fact it means fire.
Hey, you should knock on it and say fire.
I'm gonna have my rope knock on it. Tally ho.
How far away is everybody standing?
I'm going to stand
Realistically.
at least 10 feet back.
I just kind of sidestep to make room.
If she's stepping back, I'm stepping back.
I'm going to sidestep
I don't
so
trust
that I'm
whatever
not
she's
in
doing.
the direct line.
Alright, so your rope goes up and knocks on the door. Knock knock.
Fire.
Wrong. Damn it. Your rope takes 3 damage.
Ow! How much? What's its health?
It should be on your card I gave you. I want to say it's 20, but I might be wrong.
Get burned. Hey, buddy.
And because
That
it's
was
a
a good
magic,
burn.
and because it's a magical item, it's not gonna get set on fire. But it definitely
Fucked up.
is a little singed.
I'm sorry, baby. I won't do that again.
I'm going to go over to the other door and use the knocker.
Hey, you
So
know
you
what?
knock on
Sometimes
the
I try to
left
be
door?
nice and
Yeah.
play along with the team.
Knock knock.
Hello!
Wrong.
The
Try
biscuits
again.
are burning.
Brendan, you take 4 cold damage.
Hey, door.
Which one are you talking about?
The modeled one.
The model one?
Bronze one.
Yeah.
Hey, do you like the other door?
She's kind of a bitch.
I go to the other door. Hey, door.
Yes.
Do you like the other door?
He's well, no.
Okay, fair. Hey, you want to help me?
Which
Yeah.
door are you talking?
The fancy one, fancy sounding one, girl door,
The girl door.
the feminine door, I should
Yes.
say. Sorry. You want me to help get one over on the other door?
I mean, you definitely could try, but he's kind of a jerk, and
Well, so sorry to interrupt, but you know how each of you have clearly a passcode of some kind.
yes.
You can help me get one over on him by telling me his passcode.
Well, it's kind of the same thing to get through both of us, but clearly, You guys like him better than me, so it's not like it matters.
Actually, I just like pissing him off more.
I like that too, but it gets so boring around here.
Raylan, can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Can you go and just open up the fancy door?
Why don't you open the door? You probably got more hit points, or you're probably tougher
Okay,
than she
I'm gonna
is.
go up to the fancier sounding door that Rowan was
Don't
just
knock
talking
on
to.
it, just open it.
And I'm going to gently touch the knob.
Okay.
And then gently turn it and open the door.
Oh, that's so rude! How dare! I don't even know you, and you're putting your hands all over my knob.
Oh my! You're slobbing her all over her
That's gross.
knob.
Go and talk to him about that. He'd much prefer that. Yeah, that's right. Sure, whatever.
Door open. Hey.
No, the door does not open.
Piper, that did not work.
I'm gonna roughly manhandle the brass door and try and open it.
Alright, that's more her speed. It is not! They're kind of bickering back and forth at this point, but the door doesn't open.
Does one of you only tell the truth and the other one lie?
Wait a minute, I have an idea. Let's use Rowan as a battering ram.
My skill's not thick enough for that.
I meant, like, put your shield up.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, we don't want to piss the Fey door creatures off.
I would prefer you not try to ram through me. That's quite rude.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, accurate, I'm sorry.
I mean, how would you feel if he just took his shield and bashed you in the face?
Buy me a drink first.
Sorry, I'm not that kind of lady.
Bonk her with my shield.
Me?
Yeah.
You hear a little, giggle, the same giggle you heard. You guys can figure this out, right? Because there's already 2 groups that have gotten past this.
Yo, dude, chill.
It's coming from nowhere. You
Creepy
can't
voice.
pinpoint where it's coming
Chill. Creepy child person. Hey, maybe you could give us a hint then, if you're so invested in this.
I don't know. What you gonna give me for a hint?
A jolly thumbs up.
How about I tell you a joke?
Ooh, you know what might be good? Why don't you try that with the doors, dummy?
Hey, Door, I got a joke
Oh, fuck!
Not right now.
for you. Hey, language. Captain America.
Oh, shit. Damn it, I already...
I'll imagine that was an out of character fuck.
Oh my.
That was.
So what are you guys doing?
Hey, Door, I got a joke for you.
Which one are you talking to?
The modeled one.
Yeah.
I got a joke for you.
I mean, you're not even gonna knock first?
If I knock, wait, you want me to knock and then tell you the joke?
I mean...
Wait, does it have to be a knock-knock joke?
Okay, I'm a door. How... If the door could give you an indignant look, it would give you...
I'm a wooden ship. People live inside of me.
Alright, so you're saying yes, that is what you want, or no, that is not what you want?
Alright, who else here is smarter than this dude?
Probably most of them.
Alright, I'm gonna roll, can I roll just like a wisdom or an intelligence check?
You can roll an intelligence check, yeah.
Okay. 19.
You should listen to the really squeaky ambient voice and try and do the thing.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Which one?
The modeled one.
Okay. Knock, knock.
I don't know if, I should say, I got a joke for you. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Already further than
Orange.
Orange who?
Banana.
Banana. What?
Orange, you glad I didn't say banana?
But you did say banana.
That's the joke.
Oh. You know what? It's a crappy joke. You should try better for next time, but you hear a click on his door. Shitty joke.
Hey, I didn't say it was a good joke.
Oh, that's fine. Just favor him over me, just like everybody
I
else
go and
always
knock on her
does.
door.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Interrupting Dwark.
Interrupting. Alright. I'm happy I got a better one than him.
What? Hey,
And you hear a click on her door.
my joke was way better.
You don't hear any more voices from the doors.
Alright, well, which door do we want to go through then?
Oh, we've got our pick. We can open up both and see which looks less scary.
Raylan, you hear in your ear, these guys are just ridiculous, aren't they?
Yeah, just a bit. I'm gonna say that part out loud.
What was that?
Nothing.
Nothing what?
Talking to myself.
It's weird.
I think
Shouldn't do
Some
that.
of my best conversations are held that way.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me in the slightest, Tattersail.
Alright, which door are we going?
The witch door.
I feel bad for fondling that one door, so I kind of want to repay her and go back through that door.
Okay.
She's not even here anymore.
We
don't
hurt
know
the
that.
door's feelings,
You
Rowan.
don't know that.
She could be.
We
Okay.
go through the fondled door.
Fondle
So you guys
door.
go through the left door?
The more feminine one, yes.
Alright, so you guys open the door. and it's kind of got that, specifically the silver sheen to it.
That new door smell?
I mean, the door opens, but it opens towards you, and on the other side is that silver that you guys experienced when you came through the portal.
Fuck.
Do you guys go in?
Yeah.
Language.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go in.
Alright, Raylan goes through the silver. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in my name.
I'm not gonna split the party.
Rowan?
Yeah, I'm going through.
Alright, cool. So you all go through. It kind of breaks for a second, like it was when you went through earlier, and then everything clarifies into another room.
What? Impossible.
Hello again, everyone. Christina here with some thanks for this episode, going out to the musical talents of Kevin MacLeod for our current theme song, New Hero in Town, and also to other artists such as Raphael Crux and Jason Shaw. If you like what you heard, please look them up, and also feel free to give us a like, a follow, or a good review. It goes a long way with helping us get out to more listeners, and we always appreciate the feedback. Speaking of feedback, if you would like to contact us, you can reach us on Twitter at apairofdicelost, or send any questions into apairofdicelost@gmail.com. As always, make sure to take your weekly dose of bardic inspiration.